It has been an incredible season so far. 8 winners in 8 races proves that. Drivers are pushing to the absolute limit to gain an advantage. But if they push just a little bit too far, the championship hopes can be over in a flash. Robin French is at the top of the table, 1 point ahead of Andre Lotterer. Then we have Lucas Di Grassi and Antonio Felix da Costa, 10 points further back. A little bit further down, we have Oliver Rowland and Pascal Wehrlein. Those guys need to turn their obvious pace into results if they want to stay in championship contention. Nissan have been fast all season long. Unfortunately, they only have 1 podium for both drivers. Sebastian Buemi was leading in Santiago, went off the road. Oliver Rowland was leading last time out in Paris in tricky conditions, went off the road. Mexico City, there was a team miscalculation, neither car finished. This is a worrying trend, these small mistakes, and they need to turn it around quickly. The good news for the team though is that we've had 2 Formula E races here in Monaco, and Sebastian Buemi has won both of them. Let's take a look at how the drivers have finished each event. As you can see from this graph, it has been a fairly chaotic season with highs and lows. A good example of that, shown here in red, Robin French, our championship leader. Another person to suffer the same kind of fate is Antonio Felix da Costa. Interestingly enough though, their seasons are almost mirror images of each other. When French has scored well, da Costa has not, and vice versa. A number of drivers have been given 3-place grid penalties for causing collisions in Paris. Those grid penalties have to be served here in Monaco. Jerome D'Ambrosio, Edo Mortara and the aforementioned Oliver Rowland will serve those penalties. Paris was also unkind to the Mahindra team. Both cars were moved to the back of the grid. Their tyre pressures were out with the permitted amounts. They wonder, well, why would a team do that? The lower the teams can get the tyre pressure to right on the lower edge allowed, the bigger the advantage. And I am talking tenths of a second a lap, a massive advantage. Mahindra just cut it a little bit fine and they paid the price. Now, let's see how drivers have accumulated points throughout the season. Highlighted in white, previous championship contender Sam Bird has not scored a point since Hong Kong. He won on the road, but was penalised later for contact with Andre Lotterer. Speaking of Lotterer, highlighted in yellow, he hasn't won a race this season, but his consistency has put him in serious championship contention. Rumour has it that Antonio Felix da Costa has a contract signed and sealed from BMW for next season. If you're a driver, there's kind of 3 states of mind you're in right now. If you've got your deal signed up for next season, you're kind of neutral. If you're at the front of the championship, you're in hunter mode, you're looking around, what's the best deal I can possibly get? Maybe it's the team you're with, maybe it's another team in the championship. And Porsche and Mercedes coming into Formula E next season adds further complexity. If you're at the back half of the championship though, it's a much different situation, a horrible place to be for a driver. You are just trying to hang on to your job.